Hi guys, welcome back for another video. I'm Jess and I'm one of the creative designers here at Sizzix. As you can probably tell by the background, we are talking all things chapter 3. We've got Halloween, Christmas, generic, all the good stuff. I'm going to run through all the dies, all the technology, embossing, Bigz, Eileen haul, you name it. I'm going to run through it all and show you all of the designs. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I'm going to talk through all of the Thinlits first. I've got a load of projects to show you as well, and a lot of them we mix and match, so anything that's used I'll call out and we'll go through it all. So starting with a really fantastic generic one, we've got elegant capitals. This is a fantastic capital, really elegant thin alphabet for you. You've got all of the detail in there, and then you've also got a matching number set, so this is elegant numerals. So obviously you've got your alphabet and your numbers work perfectly together, and you can use them for multiple different things. I've got a couple of projects down here to show you. So something you can use the numbers for, really simple, just a really cute table number for a party or a wedding or something like that. So you could use your table numbers, or you can use your alphabet. Let's turn that around, as something that you can use for a framed piece or something like this. This framing is actually also in chapter 3. Since we've got it out, may as well chat about it. I've got it down here. This one is dimensional multi-frames. This is by the fantastic Pete Hughes, and he has designed it so you can create multiple different sizes of frames. So this is just one of them. So we've got one of the sizes of frames with that gorgeous alphabet in there, and you actually piece all of these sizes, these edges together, and you can make different sizes. So I've got another one here, just as an example of a different size frame you can make. So this is a fantastic one. You can frame images, obviously pieces of text or something like that. I think I've got an image down here actually. Let's grab this out. So this is some that you might have knocking about on the tables for a wedding or something like that. This is me and my husband now. That sounds weird. So you can use these in all kinds of different ways, but I love this die. I think it's going to be really versatile, and I think it'll be really interesting to see how everybody uses that one. So calling that one out as well, that was the dimensional multi-frames, and then obviously the alphabet and the numbers set. And then also this really nice kind of floral bird one. This is Sweet Birds. I love the name of this one. You've got the two kind of nesting lovebirds together with the heart. The heart also works with our heart shaker panes. So you can cut out, there's a little confetti die in there. You can cut out all the confetti, pop it in the heart shaker dome or the shaker pane, and you can make something that looks like this. So this is for a cake topper. Again, it's intended for a wedding, but you could do it for anything. You could use the little bird elements separately. I've also got a little nest that we used for kind of name place cards, also using that alphabet, so we're mixing and matching things here, and then you've also got those little birds down the front, and you can see the confetti in the kind of heart shake pane there. So I think this one's perfect, really versatile. You can use it obviously for events like this, spring, summer, but I think you could also make it a little bit fall and autumn as well. So really nice one, that one. So I'm going to pop this away. And then we've got a couple other kind of more generic Thinlit ones. So this one is a fantastic one. This is Forest Animals number 2 by the lovely Josh Griffiths. So you can see we've got his gorgeous illustrative style on there. I unfortunately don't have a project with this one, but I'm sure we're going to make some more coming up over the next couple of months, and I'm sure you guys will as well if you get your hands on this. We've got things like our little bear and our stag and things like that. Really beautiful style, and they all layer up, and all the elements are on kind of one piece. So everything for your bear is on one piece, everything for your stag. Really easy to use and to create that kind of hand-drawn style that I know I can't do without a die. I'm sure Josh can, but not me. And then we've also got spooky icons, so kind of moving into our Halloween vibes here. This one is a fantastic one. You're going to use it over and over again every year when the spooky season comes along, and I've just got a couple of projects down here that kind of showcase different ways that you can use it. So We've got some of the skulls there highlighted in that gorgeous multi-dimensional frame, so a different frame shape there. Or you could even make party decorations. So we've got some in a kind of rosette form. These are made by the lovely Debbie Farinella. Got another rosette there, and I think I've even got a invite. I'm just going to grab it from the back. There we go. I knew I had another one just to show you some of the extra elements there. So the little pumpkins, the bats, things like that. We've even got that alphabet again. You can see how something like that alphabet we use for multiple different projects. So we're always interchanging that. So that is those. And then we're going to move on to some Christmas Thinlits. Okay, so now I've got all of my Christmas dies in front of me. This one is Jolly Season. I love this one. It creates maximum impact with minimal effort. It's literally like 1 or 2 die cuts and you have this whole card front. It's really detailed. You have that gorgeous sentiment in there. You can even go over the top and add extra clippings with the little holly berries and things like that. I'll just grab one I've got here. How cute is that? Again, super easy. Literally, I think just 1 die cut and you're done. You don't even have to go over with the top bits, but I love that if you're batch making or something like that, then that is brilliant. I've even popped an embossing folder in the background. I'm pretty sure I've got it down here. Let me go rummaging. There we go. So I've only done it with just a kind of iridescent white, just to create a little bit of interest when you get up close. You probably can't see it on camera, but this one is Snowflake Sparkle. So if you want to just add a little bit of interest, it's got this gorgeous snowflake pattern. You could even pop that in the background. You could use this embossing folder separately, whatever you wanted to. I just wanted to shout that out at the same time, but I love this one. Super easy. I'm all for those kind of card makes. Then we've got Santa and Elves. Again, this is a gorgeous illustrative style by Josh. You can really see his kind of drawing style come out in these dies. I love it. Again, he's thought about how everything goes together on the one piece of metal. So for your Santa, you've got everything, and each little elf. They are really adorable, aren't they? I've got a couple of cards down here. So we've got our little Santa. How cute and easy is that to create? Literally just layering up those elements to make that gorgeous Santa. And then we've even got some stamped sentiments along the bottom, which again, I have down here. So this one is the stamp sentiment that I've got on. So this one is Seasonal Vibes number 2. There's also obviously a number 1 as well. So you've got those different seasonal, festive sentiments that you can use alongside your cards as well, which is brill. Nice and easy again. And then you've got the little elf there as well, which how cute is he holding his little stack of presents. So that one is fantastic for Christmas season. Then going into our florals, we've got Festive Foliage. So this one is designed by myself. So you've got a mixture of different foliage and floral elements that you can all layer up. You've even got some little star elements on there as well, so you could use those separately, use them together, whatever you like. I think I've got a frame down here that I can show you guys. So just to show a different way that you can use it, obviously you can use it on a card front or maybe on a wreath or something like that, but just as a framed piece. I've even got that alphabet in there as well, so again, something great that you can use. And then you've got those 3D flowers. You can have them flat, you can sculpt them with our paper sculpting kit, and it's even got some really nice embossed detail on the flowers as well. So that one is that. And then our last festive one, we've got Christmas Alphabet. Now this is by the lovely Jennifer Ogborn. She knows what she's doing when it comes to all of these fantastic details. We've got every single letter of the alphabet, and look how detailed these are, how well thought out they are. She's managed to link a letter of the alphabet with every single kind of festive thing you could think of. So things like A, we've got angel, B, we've got a little bow on there, C, candy cane, whatever it might be, she's managed to make it work, and you can have a lot of fun picking and choosing the letters and decorating them with different colours and styles and things like that. I've got a couple of little cards and a box here, so you can use these on their own. So we've got a couple here, so we've got W is for wreath, A is for angel, R is for Rudolph. So you can make really quick, simple little cards like this and just use the letters on their own individually. Or you could group them all together and you can make something like this, like a personalised Christmas Eve box, gift box, something like that. So obviously, whatever name you are personalising this for, you can make it really fun and personalised with those festive alphabets. I love, love, love this one. And that's all of the kind of Thinlits. I'm going to move on to some 3D Thinlits, boxes and things like that, and then we'll do some stamps and embossing. So this chapter has a collection of kind of more 3D boxes and playful cards and things like that in, so I just want to run through those quickly. So this one is the card gingerbread house. This is by Jen Long. I love this design, it is so cute, and look at this little house, this little gingerbread house that it makes up. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it properly. But look how cute it is. You have that little folding door on there, so you could pop your message or a sentiment on the back. You can decorate it however you like, but it's so cute, so easy to put together. And then you can have all those extra little elements with some festive opulent cardstock or whatever it might be. I love this one. Again, if you're batch making, really easy to do if you're making multiple Christmas cards this season. And then I've got a few different kind of box elements. So this one is treat box, really cute little treat box. I have got an example of this as well. Here we go, how sweet is that? They're really little, but I think they'd be fantastic for little treat boxes, gift boxes for a party or a wedding or something like that. We've actually even embossed this one. Debbie Farinella made this design, or this project, should I say. The design was by Jennifer Ogborn, and she's even embossed it, so we've even got this embossing detail with the stars and lights design on there, which is a gorgeous one. I love how it's staggered. So you have a little bit more detail at the top with those hanging lights, and then it kind of scatters those little stars throughout that design, so that's really cute. And then this treat box also has little confetti pieces inside, so if you wanted to fill your little box with some confetti or something like that, you can do that as well. You could even use the bow separately as well, which is brilliant. So I love the fact that you can kind of change it up however you like. Then we've also got 3D lantern. This one's really sweet, and you can completely customize it in the sense that it has little cutout elements and it has multiple different ones. So depending on what season you're making for, what occasion, then you can completely change the look and feel of them. I've got a couple down here just to show you examples. So you could pop little LED tea lights in there as well. Got them all tangled, there we go. So this one is obviously made to look a little bit more autumn fall. We've got the kind of orange, it looks a little bit more like a pumpkin because you do get those little leaf elements, and then we've got kind of more the leafy pattern cut into it, but it's really simple and easy to make, guys. And then I've got a little pink one here that you can also see a more of a star pattern effect. So again, really cute, really easy to make. You could even pop a little tag on there. It comes with a little tag, it comes with a little star, little holly leaves. So really interchangeable for whatever season you are making for. I think these would be really sweet hung across a table or as treat boxes, whatever it might be. And then our last kind of 3D box is the all-in-one box. This is quite a large box. Fortunately, I don't have one made up to show you guys, but you can see from the packaging how large it actually is. Again, fantastic for little treat boxes for a wedding or a party. I think this would be great for little kids' parties because it's a little bit bigger. You can pop a little bit more in there. Obviously, kids like more sweets. And you've got the little handle on the top, and the little tag elements also come in that set as well. This is by Catherine. brain. So she knows what she's doing when it comes to those 3D designs, and this one is no different. It all cuts in one piece. Really easy to make. You just need an A4 size machine to cut this, so just bear that in mind. So now we're going to move on to some embossing. Okay guys, so I've shown you a couple of the embossing folders as we've been going through, and I've shown you some of the projects that myself and the other designers have made, but there's just a handful of others to go through and I wanted to show you guys. So this one is Sparkly Ornaments, love that name. This one is really fun and it's really easy to achieve a full card front just by one emboss. You get that really nice effect and it's pretty much your card front done, which is brill. It's really sweet. You get these really nice hanging baubles, hanging ornaments. You could pop a little bit of luster wax on there, and there's some really nice detail in there, but again, kind of putting in minimal effort, but you get that kind of maximum effect, which is fantastic. Then we've also got another one that's kind of in that same bracket of a one and done kind of thing. You just pop a sentiment on and then you're good to go. This is Winter Village. I love this because it's a little bit different than what we normally do. We normally do like full on patterns or something like that. This is almost like a 3D embossed scene, which is really, really pretty. So this is kind of how it comes out. So I actually popped a little bit of ink onto the folder and then embossed, so it actually just inked in the lower kind of deboss areas, and then it just kept the emboss areas as that plain white cardstock. Really amazing effect just from that one emboss, and we've got that sentiment down there as well. Looks really polished, and I think really interesting as a 3D embossed design. Then we've also got something which is a little different. So this is a Thinlits and a textured impressions. So this is kind of a Thinlits with an embossing. So you actually get this kind of tree element that you can die cut, but then you also get the emboss section. So you can emboss the little background and with the stars, and you can emboss the tree and the presents and everything, and then you go on the top and just add your little presents and your tree. So this is kind of what it makes up. So you can see how everything's kind of embossed. We've embossed the tree, the background and the presents, but it's also die cut, so you've got that little bit of more of a layering 3D element. So a little bit more of a different technology, but still including that little bit of emboss to create a little bit of detail. So love, love, love that one. Again, kind of a one and done. You don't need much more than a sentiment on there, which is brill. And then in the embossing, 3D embossing range, we've got two A5 folders. Now, we've been listening to you guys, you wanted larger embossing folders, so we have got you covered. So these ones are Ornate Repeat, which is this kind of ornate repeat pattern, and then we've got Snowberry, which has kind of got these foliage elements on there. They are gorgeous. I've got them embossed here to show you. But if you like our embossing, but you just want them a little bit bigger for, I don't know, scrapbook backgrounds, or you like to do bigger card fronts, whatever it might be, how stunning are these? I'm going to hold them up one by one actually. So this one is Ornate Repeat. This is done with our opulent cardstock. How pretty is that? Love this one. I think this would be really nice just in like a soft white or something as a background as well. And then we've got Snowberry. So those are our larger A5 embossing folders, which we've never done before, but we know you guys have been asking for, so we've managed to make them work, or our amazing design team have, and they just look amazing. So I think we've got a couple more categories. I've got Bigz, Eileen, but before I do that, I've got some stamps to show you, so I'm going to do that now. Okay, so bridging the gap between stamps and Thinlits or die cutting, we've got a couple of amazing designs by the fabulous Pete Hughes. So these are really, really sweet. So we've got Spooky Friends, so for your Halloween needs, we've got 3 different characters with some really cute kind of play on word sentiment stamps there, and then we've also got Christmas characters, so the same kind of vibe with your really cute characters, and then some of the sentiments on the back. So this is actually kind of what they look like when you piece them all together, and I'll turn that around so you can't really see from the packaging on the front, but that is how they make up on the back. And I've got some examples to show you. So the Christmas themed one. Oh, they're all stuck together. There we go. So we've got our little crab that says Santa Claus. How cute. Totally Pete's humour, which I love. We've got our little Christmas tree. Have a tremendous Christmas. Brilliant. I mean, it doesn't get better than this, does it? And our little snowman, love you so much. So again, really simple to achieve. You've even got the sentiment in there, so you can stamp that and you're good to go pretty much. And then we've also got the spooky characters. I haven't got this stamped sentiments, but I have got the 3 little characters that I made little cake toppers from. So these could just pop into your little cupcakes for your little Halloween party. So we've got a little vampire there, a little ghost. How cute is that ghost? He looks so happy, or she. They look so happy. And then our Grim Reaper, but doesn't look that scary, he looks kind of cute. So those are the ones by Pete. I love those, and I love the fact that he comes up with these little puns. They're really, really sweet. Very his humour, which is great. And then we've got some stamps as well. So I've got some sentiments and some layered stamps to show you. So I'll show you this one first, actually. This one is leafy ornament. So this one is really sweet. Again, one of those ones where it's like you can stamp it the couple of times and then you're done. It's kind of the whole card, which is great. So you have the kind of element where you can do all your colours. You can do the greens for the foliage, red for berries, things like that, and then you go over the top with the more detailed element, which is the black. And then you have something that looks like that. And I've even stamped my sentiment down the bottom, which is another one of our festive sentiments. So this one is Seasonal Vibes #1. I told you it was coming. So you can have these really nice typewriter style fonts for the festive season. Pete's done a number of these for different occasions and things like that. So I think it's only fitting that we have a Christmas one. And I love that layered stamp. Really sweet, really simple, but really effective. And then we've got another layered stamp, which is this one here. So this one is Garden Birds. So this is really sweet. So it is robin, so it is kind of festive themed, but you could probably use this for more spring elements if you want to, just slightly changing up the colours. But again, you've got that layering element where you pop the little colours on the stamp and then the black for the detail. So you end up with something that looks like that. Really sweet, isn't it? I love the illustrative style of this one, and again, this was by Josh, so you could actually really see that illustrative style that I've been talking about with his designs. Really, really sweet. And that's also got one of our sentiment stamps on there. So this one is Jolly. So it's taken from the Festive Dictionary definitions. Again, Pete's done a number of these for other seasons, other occasions. We've now got a festive Christmas one, so that'll work perfectly with all your festive makes. And then last but not least, kind of away from festive, we've got Blossoms. This one is really sweet. This one's by Lisa, and it's kind of a layering stamp element. Again, you've got those larger elements that you can stamp with the colour, and then the more detailed ones that you can stamp with a black ink or something like that. So it makes up something that looks like that on the back. But what I actually used it for when we were making projects is I stamped it more of like a repeat pattern and made it into an envelope liner. So I've got my little invite there that I used, that little Sweet Birds die set from that I showed you previously, and then I've got that stamped element as a little repeat pattern. So really sweet. I love this one, and again, it kind of got that kind of illustrative but fun and bold style, which is great. So that is all of the stamps. I've got a few Bigz dies to show you next. I may as well get those out now because I've got a big pile of them. There's only 3 Bigz dies in the collection. So I'm going to show you guys the Halloween one first because I think this one's really fun. This one is the skull one. So Bigz dies, if you don't know, you can cut fabrics, mat board, mount board, anything that you cut with a really good pair of scissors, you can cut with a Bigz die. You can also cut multiple layers of cardstock as well, which is fantastic. So this is a really nice, simple skull design, which you could use for multiple different things for your Halloween makes, but I wanted to show you this because Debbie Farinella made this and it is adorable. I've done a terrible job at tangling it all up, but how sweet is this? So cute, a little felt bunting there, and she's stitched it all together. She's used some flowers from some of our previous dies as well, but how cute is that? I'll hold one up because I've got one that's a little separate one. Look how sweet. So she just stuffed that and made it into kind of a 3D element, but you could have it flat. You could add sequins onto it, make it fully bejeweled. We've got one in the background that I'm sure Pete will show you at some point because he made that one, but I love this. Really simple again, but I think you're going to use it kind of every year for Halloween and things like that. So you can do it with like flowers on the top, do like Day of the Dead. I think that'd be amazing. Loads of different things. I love this one. This one's going back into Christmas. This is Santa Claus. Again, a really simple design, but really effective. I think you can use it for loads of different things. Cut it from felt and pop it on fabrics, or you can use it on card fronts, but I think it just looks so cute on fabrics. This is so cute. Personalized pajamas for Christmas, Christmas Eve, whatever it might be. How sweet is that little Santa Claus that we've bejeweled with a little bit of beading there as well. But really iconic shape, but really easy to put together and kind of show off on your makes, which I love. And then our last Bigz die is Ornate Snowflake. So I love this one, kind of a really nice big snowflake design. You could even use this to create like stencils or something like that. But I have made this really sweet stocking using that design. So again, cut from our white felt and then attached onto the stocking using our iron-on adhesive. But you could make hanging baubles from these, hanging decorations for your Christmas tree, anything. So many different ways you can make them. You can make them slightly 3D. But I love this one. Again, with the Bigz dies, really simple designs, but really effective and really, really versatile. Kind of use them over and over again when the season calls for it. So those are all the Bigz dies. I'm going to clear all this away and then we're going to talk all things Eileen. And last but not least, guys, we've got all things Eileen haul. So she's got a couple of the bigger Bigz scoreboard kind of dies. We've got an embossing folder and a Thinlits. So the first one here is envelope folder and flowers. So this one is really nice. You can use it alongside those scoreboard dies, inside your journals, things like that. Like the little envelope section. We've got the flowers you could use separately, the hearts you could use separately, things like that. But I do think this is kind of going to come to life when you use it alongside her other kind of larger dies. So something like this, which is also in chapter 3. So this one is field notes and specimen cards. So this one is great. It's kind of more of an elongated rectangular shape. Really easy to put together. So you just die cut this section twice, and then you've also got the kind of pocket element in there as well. So I'm just going to open this up just to show you guys. So we've just got 2 sections along here joined up, and then you get something like this, and you can pop all your pages in. We've got some of those other elements inside, so we've got things like a little envelope in there, this kind of frame section which also comes with that Bigz die as well. So really nice. I think this would be fantastic as a photo journal or something like that. And we've used texture roll on the outside here that you could even emboss or something like that. So I love that one. Really simple but really effective, I think. And then we've also got the embossing folder. So this one is the keys embossing folder. I love how detailed this one is, and you can use it for multiple different things, whether you're doing card makes or you can add a little bit detail onto your 3D elements. So I've actually got a box here, and this is actually decorated with that keys embossing folder. So we've got some of the luster wax on there as well to kind of pick out the detail, but hopefully you can see that detail on that embossing folder. Really beautiful. And I think would work fantastic inside of all those journals and things like that for memory keeping and stuff like that. So I love that design, really detailed and really crisp and clear as well. And then last but not least, we have probably the biggest die of the collection actually. This is Slotted Treat Box. So this one is really sweet. It looks like a little suitcase. It's adorable. And it's really easy to put together, guys. So you have the multiple different sides that you just piece together with the little tabs, and then you also have the extra elements like the corners and things like that. So I've got one made up. And how sweet is this? So you've got that little top section that it is for a little suitcase, and then you can open it up and you can fill it with whatever it might be. So we've cut this with some mat board to make it a little sturdier, and then we've made it into, well, Debbie Farinella made it into a little kind of kids activity box. But I think this would be great again for memory keeping, if you want to give gifts or something like that. So that one is the last Bigz die, and that is everything from Eileen Hull, all of her dies from chapter 3. So now I wanted to talk to you guys about all of the layered stencils in this chapter. So we talked about layered stamps, so these are layered stencils. So you may have seen them from some of our previous chapters, so we're just changing up the designs a little bit, but the concept is still the same with those 4 layers, and then you end up making something that looks beautiful, hand painted with all those lovely layers in there. So the first one I have here is wings. So this one is really nice, really gorgeous and detailed. You could even flip this so you have 2 wings on either side. You could have something in the middle like an image or a sentiment or something like that, but you could use it by itself. I think this would be fantastic as a kind of scrapbook background. I think it'd be really, really sweet. So love that one. I don't have anything finished for that one, but I do have a selection for some of the others, so I'll show you kind of the concept and how it works. This one, I keep forgetting the names, guys. This one is Winter Scene. Love this one. Really detailed, and something that I definitely could not achieve just hand painting or hand drawing this. So you can see all the different layered elements in the background. We've got those gorgeous tree elements, even something like the footsteps on the bottom there. How sweet is that? And I've even made this into kind of a card front, scrapbook front framed piece with the background element with that layered stencil, and then we've even got one of the little Christmas characters on there trudging through the snow holding his little present, and then we've even popped one of the stamped sentiments down the bottom. So again, mixing and matching different things with the different designs and SKUs there, but I love that one, really sweet. Then we've got this one by Alexis. This one is Flower Patch. I love this one because it's more of a repeat pattern rather than just like a pattern on its own or more of a scene. This one, it'd be great for kind of backgrounds of your cards, scrapbooks. You could even make this into a gift wrap or something like that. Really sweet. I love anything floral, so I love this one from Alexis. Really love that design. Then we've got another floral, since we're on the floral train. This one is Floral Borders. So you actually get 2 different kinds of kind of floral sections or floral clusters, should I say, and you could use these on corners of images or scrapbooks or anything like that. I've actually used this on a handkerchief or more of a napkin with some acrylic paint. And how sweet is that design? Really cute. So if you're going to use the acrylic paint, you just need to do it really thin through each layer, let it fully dry before you move on to the next layer, and you need to pop your stencils into some hot soapy water and clean them off pretty much as soon as you're done with each layer to make sure they're nice and clean. But you can get that really gorgeous layered effect. How pretty is that? It looks hand painted. I love these layered stencils. Then we have another one that is a little bit more of a scene. So this one is Mountain Scene. So yeah, it works beautifully as that kind of scene element. You could pop Josh's little animals or little woodland characters on there. You could have a lot of fun playing around with textures and effects in the backgrounds and things like that, and it works brilliantly the way that the mountains are kind of layered up. Really beautiful. And then last but not least with our layered stencils, we have Painted. So this kind of looks like someone's hand painted this gorgeous design, but it's really easy to do just with those 3 layers, and you end up getting something that looks like that. So I've used this as a background for a card front. I think this would be beautiful with an image or a picture inside. You could add little sequins on there to kind of really highlight some of the little splashes like I've done here. And actually to call out, I've even used that number set that we showed at the very beginning. So you can definitely mix and match those dies as well. So I think that is all of the layered stamps. I've gone through all 6, but hopefully you loved all of those. So that is all of the chapter 3 designs, guys. I have gone through everything with you. We've gone through Thinlits, embossing, Bigz, stamps, layered stencils, Eileen haul, absolutely everything. Hopefully you loved seeing everything from this collection, this chapter, from Christmas to Halloween, generic, whatever it might be. I can't wait to see you guys get your hands on it. Check it out over on the Sizzix website and share with us anything that you create. We love to see it over here at Sizzix, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, stay safe and keep crafting, guys. Thanks, bye.